2002 Delaney Bowl Culture Pro 13 TV Challenge Bowling is sponsored by Gananoque Dairy Queen, 439 King Street East.
And welcome to Delaney Bowl in beautiful downtown Gananoque. My name is Paul Peterson. We're not sure why I'm here. I know Duncan Garrah, my partner to the right here, is our color commentator. Duncan, tell us what's going to happen here today.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the 7th annual Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Culture Pro. And we're going to be having a lot of fun doing some bowling today, and we'll be playing a pins game format. We've got 4 good matches, preliminary matches to go, and then we'll be on the finals with a ladies and a men's team. So we'll get right to that.
I remember back when this started, you just had a sketch artist and about 8 people you forced off the streets. And yeah, here we are, 3 cameras, all kinds of good stuff happening. Who's going to bowl for? What's the pins format, by the way?
Pins format is the high score per frame wins the frame, and whoever wins the most frames will win the match and advance. So not necessarily the high score, it's the most frames won. And we're paying $5 a frame in the first matches.
And what do we get?
Whatever we can get out of these guys.
Okay, sure. So we'll shake things down. Introduce our first 2 bowlers.
We've got Diane Battams, a 20-year bowler, bowls in the Tuesday night mixed league, and she'll be bowling against Pat Pringle, who's only been playing for 5 years, but has had a 3-10 single game, and she's going to be playing against Diane today.
Okay, so I guess the ladies are up. Let's get some bowling going on.
And good luck, ladies.
Apparently there. So it's all yours. I wish they'd spend the whole time focusing on us, but I guess we got to do some bowling.
All set to go, and this is Diane up first.
Sweet. So any penalty, like does the loser never get to bowl again or anything like
Well,
that?
there's a talk of a get out of town tournament, but we don't have that many bowlers, so we need to keep them all playing.
Nice ball.
Yeah, and Diane rolls the first one out.
That's
Strike for Diane. Now Pat rolls 2 frames now, and then Diane rolls 2. And Pat has to have a strike here to tie the frame, otherwise Diane goes up 1 frame and wins $5. Draws first blood.
Doesn't matter how she does on her strike.
No, she needs it here though, and it's a chop out. That's 3 pins, and Diane gets a high score of that frame, so she wins $5.
That's got her.
That's just a couple extra warm-up balls for Pat. That'll get her set for the next frame, hopefully.
Right. So, and it's just per thing, like, so, for instance, quite a crowd we've assembled here today.
Yeah, it's a lot of hardcore bowlers. They've been here most of the night, and
just the people they let out of the drunk tank.
They hung on. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Whoever couldn't get into the local theater, they come here.
There you go.
Yeah. Horses are coming.
And that's
good.
Sweet.
So Pat was just kind of waiting for it.
Showing a little humanity towards her.
Right out of the first frame.
Didn't want to crush her right away. Any truth next year that you're going to go to like a WWF format, 50 minutes of interviews and 10 minutes of bowling?
Just to try to egg the bowlers on a little bit. Yeah, that'll work.
Be good.
Bowlers do have personal managers.
So,
man.
Good
Good
That'd
spirit.
be nice. I'm dragging her out. So it doesn't matter now what she gets on her strike. She's won that frame.
The only time that the score comes into play is if they both have 5 frames at the end of the match. And right now they're 1-1. Pat rolled a strike the second frame. Diane only had a spare to match, so Pat won the second frame.
Things have changed a little with the bowling alley over the last little while. You've computerized everything.
Yes, we've modernized the center a bit to put Vika automatic scoring in. It's one of the new installations, and it's really nice unit. Works well for us.
What kind of dollars are we looking at there?
Oh, just a few, just a couple.
Can you play Pong on them?
You can play just about anything. It's got a slot machine option and lots of good stuff.
So all the degenerate gamblers who can't get into the casino would go to
Once they get banned, we expect they'll come here. That's what we're
That's
supposed to.
Be nice to gravy train their tracks.
Of course. And Diane only got 12 that frame, so Pat needs more than 12, but Pat has punched a hit pin, so she needs to pin this up to win the match, or win this match.
So those are some pretty nifty bowling terms. Pin this up and then get them off.
Get them off.
Nice.
Yeah. Get them off. So she's got
I like pin them up. That's a better term than mine.
Yeah. So Pat's got 10 points now, and she needs to pick one or the other, and she only ended up with 10, so Diane is on that now, not playing 2, so Diane leads 2-1 now, after 3 frames. Pat bowls in the Legion Ladies League on Wednesday afternoons, and she just comes out to have a good time, enjoys herself, but managed also to get away and bowl with the Ladies Auxiliary in the Legion tournaments.
So they probably just got a little bit of the jitters here because they seem to be missing the odd one.
First time under the lights for some of these people, so it's, and Pat's only a 5-year bowler, so she's definitely feeling a little bit of pressure. And 5 frames for Pat, and 5 frames for Pat that time.
They seem to get along with each other. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we should have started a few rumors maybe earlier just to get a little hostility going.
Well, it's never too late, Duncan.
That's true, that's true. Pat. Diane, she's played for, like we say, 20 years, and she's a secretary on the Tuesday Mixed League, and she attends a lot of bowling tournaments. And she has had a 380 single, which is a very respectable game for anybody.
Perfect game, 450.
Perfect game is 450.
Or just the perfect game's one more someone else buys the drink.
And that helps.
Sure. How about that? Let's get right to that in the early part of the game. Is it a sport if you get better at it, the more you drink? What's your opinion?
It varies with different players. It's a very nice social sport where you can stop and have some refreshment and still
adult beverages.
Adult beverages do fill things. And Diane's in the lead here, 3 frames to 1 going into the 5th frame. But she's picked full corner for the first 2 balls to get Pat back in the match here maybe.
So it's wide open in other words.
There's still 6 frames to go. Could be anybody's match yet. And 15 for Diane. She's been enough.
Well, of course, I missed a couple of years during the play-by-play, mostly because I think there was a court order that was barring me.
There was a restraining order against you, but we managed to get that lifted, so you're allowed back out.
My co-host, Alex, from last night, now has a team of therapists working with him. He won't be seeing sunlight for another 3 years.
He didn't fare very well.
Nah. You're old enough, okay?
I've been here before.
Yeah. Nice. So she gets a spare and making a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, she's winning another frames, and now it's 3-2 in Diane's favor.
For those of you scoring at home, and we think they probably are. Actually, they just showed me the demographics of who watches this role. I'm a bit frightened.
Hopefully they're good theater goers.
Sure. Well, actually, they told me that the rules are, I shouldn't mention anyone by name in case they don't have a sense of humor.
Oh, they could be bigger than you, too.
And well, yeah. No, there aren't a lot of people that are bigger than me, Duncan. And I'm not supposed to mention any businesses for unfair commercial gain. Like, someone's going to be watching the bowling and go, hey, I just saw like a Jerry Garcia lookalike who was calling bowling.
That could happen.
I think I'll go support his business. Looks like some hippie that got kicked out of Pork Chomps R Us.
That's another spare for Pat, and it's a frame for Pat. Diane's just not going to score a mark this one.
So what's happening, Don?
So that makes it 3-3.
Wow.
3-3.
Does it get any better than that? You wonder rhetorically? Do you get complaints about the bowlers that I just don't take the bowling seriously?
No, it's a very social game. As long as they come out and have a good time, that's all that you really need to play this game.
It is a lot of fun. You guys hate the 10-pinners, I don't.
And 10-pinners, they're a different breed.
Something not right with them, is it?
It's an American type game. This is strictly Canadian, 100%.
Yeah, sure.
Invented by Tommy Ryan in Toronto and built in the K3 province.
Is that right?
All across Canada now.
And so what, then the Americans just had to do bigger and better now?
They have to have bigger things. Yeah.
But didn't the Flintstones invent bowling?
It was back in those days. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
I remember Fred had his own ball.
Fred was a big player. And Pat
There's still some bowling going on here, isn't there?
They're still playing it there. It's still a 3-3 match, and Pat is going to spare this up, and Pat's on 3 spares in a row. And Diane needs a spare to make it 4-3 or tie this one up.
Or a strike to win.
Strike to win.
At least the frame, right? Well, that's not going to do it. But the 2 pins quite often the hardest.
Yeah, it can be one you need.
Towel lines on here?
Bowling.
Beautiful. I've always suggested not to use my old material. Hey, there you go. So that's a tie? Or a push? Oh, no. She's going ahead.
She's gone ahead by 1 now, so it's Pat with 4-3 for. And Diane's going to play a little catch-up here.
All I can say is it's a good thing I'm not keeping score.
And left the corner for
What about putting a laser in instead of a foul line so you can actually send them over?
actually penalize the player for going over the line.
See, that's
Physically penalize.
that's what's missing from taking it to the next level.
We need more violence in this game.
Yeah, more violence.
And that'll be a carryover frame here now, and whoever wins the carryover should possibly win this match.
Although to really make it as a professional sport, you need your athletes to go to detox on a regular basis.
Yes, there must be manual drug testing.
I like that, drug testing for bowlers.
There you go. Get them right up there with the skateboarders and snowboarders and weightlifters.
She got a spare.
That's a good spare for Diane.
I'm no scorer, but I know she got a spare.
She's got a spare.
So how are we doing there, Duncan, as we
So
head
far,
into
it is a 4-4 match.
Wow.
And a spare going here.
And there's near a spare.
Another shot at a spare. 4-3 with 1 frame carryover. Sorry about that. And whoever wins this carryover is likely to win this match. Yeah. This is going to go into a 2 frame carryover if Pat can spare this.
Nearly.
So Diane now takes the lead 5-4 with 1 frame left to go. 15 for Pat.
Thunderous applause rained in.
Yeah, it's just wonderful in here.
So what's next for the bowling alley? The next change or improvement? You got to change the greasenet flowers or stick with that?
We're thinking about that. We haven't had any complaints yet, so as long as the health department stays away, we're okay.
They're pretty much convinced you closed 4 years ago, aren't they?
Well, we've done a good job at not letting them know, so. People are beginning to filter through the doors and they don't want to.
So she's going to have an open frame.
An open frame going into the 10th, and she needed a mark here to give herself a chance at winning this one. That's 15. So to win this match outright, Diane needs a mark. That'll give her 6 frames. 6 frames for 4.
Failing that, we'll go to the high score, is that right?
And we'll go to the score if it's a tie.
That's probably there'd be no math on it. Well, give it a shot.
You need the spare to carry the frame.
What if she ties? What if she gets 15?
If she gets 15, then you get to the score.
Shakalaka.
But she still has to get to 15.
She's got to get that 10.
And if she gets to 15, then she can still win 4 and a
That'd be a
half.
tie.
That'd be a tie frame.
And there it is. How about that goes down to the very last frame. The very last frame. I mean, it's
5
almost
and a half
like
to 4 and a half.
it's got some kind of a Spielberg ending to this match.
Yeah, it's a great match, and Diane will advance to the finals, and she'll either be playing against got in the finals in the next match with the ladies. We have Heather Lemeau and Tina Garrah coming up
So
in
the winner of that. So that's the end of our first round here at the Delaney Bowl in Gananoque, the 7th annual Delaney TV Bowl Challenge, or something like that. Our winner was, Duncan?
Our winner was Diane Battams, 5.5 frames.
And we'll be right back with our next match.
I like music.
I like music too. Oh, I like this song.
I really like this song too. So hard.
It's so fun.
I love how they keep it so real.
I love that cute little melody.
This song makes me want to break things.
This song makes me want to dance.
I love to chill with these guys.
I would love to chill with these guys.
Senior Scope. Find out what's happening for seniors in Kingston.
Sunny side of the street.
Senior Scope. Only on Kojiko 13. Keeping you turned on.
And we're back at the Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Kojiko. We have our lovely co-host, Duncan Garrah, who actually owns the bowling alley, is that correct?
Yeah, partner doing many and manager of my brother, Mitch Garrah.
Lovely, Miss Garrah. And you guys actually have bowled quite a bit before in the past, but you're not there this year.
We played twice, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Just not getting it done, right?
Oh, we got to do a little better, yeah.
Tell us who's coming up in our second match of the day.
This match today we've got Bill Latham from Brockville. He's a long-time bowler, 34 years at the game, has averaged over 260, and 20 years in the Masters, 410 high single game. Really capable player.
Yeah.
And he's playing against Mark Scott, who's played for 20 years in Gananoque right here, and he's had a 926 triple. He's averaged over 230 and bowls on Monday night, but we're going to go at each other tonight and see what we can do.
Well, as fascinating as it is for us to talk on and on, maybe we'll just turn it over to the bowlers and have them get it going.
Have to let me do some bowling. And Bill Latham's
Yep.
up.
You're up, Bill. And of course, we are playing the pins format.
That's right.
That means it's a round by round, knock them down, drag them out.
$5 per frame, and off we go.
Okay.
Ball for Bill.
You own the place, Duncan, you still can't get a good seat.
Still can't get it.
Got that obstructed view.
We get there. Bill's going to try to make this fair and give Mark something to shoot at. He's still pinning. Last match final score was Diane Battams with 200 and Pat Pringle 167, and Diane advances to the finals with a 5.5 game win. 12 points for Bill. We'll see what Mark can do the match tonight.
No, it's early yet, but
Mark's a good player. Right-hander rolls a nice smooth ball right there. No for a corner thing. Even if he doesn't pin it, though, that'll be enough to win the frame. So
He's won.
Mark wins the
you can like just wing the ball off that plexiglass divider.
One ball and he wins. Bill doesn't look too concerned yet, though.
No. I think he's panicking, to be honest.
Just like a flag spring ready to strike.
Although we can cancel that call for the Heimlich maneuver for Ottawa, they actually scored yesterday.
Oh my goodness, he did?
Yep.
Mark's on the second frame here to get us started.
And there's a strike.
So Bill needs to match that, or he falls 2 frames behind early in the match.
He's not getting it done.
No.
They're going to do his coach by any chance?
He has a coach for him. He really does. I'd like to coach for him, but you know how it goes. Up. Bill's got to get his legs underneath him quick, so Mark will put him away early.
He's down 2.
Down 2 frames.
Like all the great ones, Gretzky, Montana, Mark Scott. He smells blood.
Mark also is the defending champion last year. He won this tournament. He's been here before.
You guys are doing an awful lot of bowling. Are you suggesting that they're all unemployed? Can you actually have a job on bowlers?
Some people, bowling is their life, you know.
Apparently they've never dated.
They don't get much time. They're always in here.
Unlike Ottawa, they haven't scored.
And it's a strike for Bill, so on the corner thing. He needed that shot.
Bowling, the answer to what do people who go to Sarasota conventions do when the convention isn't in town? Very nice.
Martin's a strike for that. And
Okay.
It's been split.
Game over for that round. Bill wins.
It's been split, and Bill has 2-1 game going now. Martin was the lead in pinfall right now, but it's, like I say, brilliant.
So, similar to the skin thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you tied, do you win $10 for the next one? Or do you guys just save that $5?
We make them fight it at the back, but that would take too much time with guys this size, so we just have to split it.
They split it, then tie?
Yeah, they split it.
Come on, that's it should be an aggregate. You know, that $5 might be worth it.
I think it, I could get a couple slices of pizza.
Yeah, we're not supposed to flog other people. There's a strike.
The strike from Mark. So it's 2-1. For
These guys seem to
Mark
like
and the strikeout.
These guys seem to like each other as well.
They bowl against each other on the Monday Night Men's League right here in Garrah. And they're not opposing teams, but they know each other.
I like the rage and the anger down. Maybe for next year if I get invited back.
We could go, and then keep the end back. That's a spare. Good count.
But no biscuits because he didn't get a strike.
He needed the strike to carry
I've
the
never
frame.
tried. Bowling is a cruel mystery.
It's a very unforgiving sport. It's
No, it's not. Not really. I mean, you can stand there with your legs crossed and swing your arms back and forth and get a strike. But still, it's fun to have that drama.
only one. We got a close match in pinfall though. In the third frame, it's 57-60 in Mark's favor.
That would have been a nice strike if the head pin had been there.
He would have hit it.
I know bowling stuff.
He would
I know
have
the
hit
head.
it. He would have hit it if it was there. And he's got 10 points now, so not a lot to get from Mark, but it's he's still got to roll the ball.
So what's our score? Our score.
Our score is 87 for Bill in the fifth frame, and Mark is 68 with a strike in the fourth. So Mark's got a good lead in pinfall and in frames. 3-1.
3-1 for Bill or
3-1 for Mark right now. And Mark's on the double. He's getting a good game going now. So that's 4 frames for Mark and a good lead in pinfall. He's going for an early win.
Yeah. Well, that might leave the door open for Bill to climb back through.
Easy spare, but it can be made.
Not to throw the ball there.
That's what you really don't want to do on a double.
Sorry, Mark.
That's 15 points.
Kind of a time delay, but
So now it's 15 points to Bill. All he needs to do is roll on Mark, and he can win another frame here and get back in the match a little bit.
3-1 is it?
It's 4-1 right now. 4-1 for Mark.
Bam! There you go.
And it's 4-1 corner for Bill again.
Game on, Bill.
So he needs all the strikes he can get now to gain the pinfall back, because it could be a tie match 5-5 if Mark wins one more and then it goes to pinfall.
Well, we're laying out the bowling secret first, we'll let him throw his ball, and that looks like Oh, sorry, Bill. If you don't like the bowler, do you have a button up at the control there that'll stick a steel shaft up through the pin so it doesn't fall over?
In the old days, there used to be a lot of little things happen that could be explained really better. But no, we don't do that here.
Yeah,
We
right.
damage too much equipment.
Come on, you're
People-
so quick
people
to
don't
get
pay
out
us
of
enough.
it works good on that. Let's not kid each other. Anyway, back to bowling. Oh,
Bill's just managed to steal another frame with Mark with head pin split there in 7.
Suddenly, Bill looking like the comeback kid.
Closes the pinfall up pretty good, so it's 4-3 in the 7th frame, and the pinfall is quite close now. Mark's still a slim lead.
Not a lot of, I'm playing a baseball movie right now. A lot of baseball movies, a lot of football movies. Not a lot of bowling.
Kingpin, I think, was the last one.
Is there a nastier movie than Kingpin?
Kingpin?
That's just nasty.
Bill Murray's a great bowler. That's 13 for Mark for that frame, so that's 147 in the 7th, and if Bill rolls a strike in his 8th, he'll be tied in pinfall.
So there actually is. Oh, there's a strike.
That's a strike for Mark.
So, yeah, some pretty good bowling we're seeing here.
Yeah, they've got good games going here. They both could run it off the page for in the 280s. So that's very respectable. Both well within range of their average.
Why the pins format?
Just to make it a little bit more exciting instead of just waiting for the 10th frame for the final. It's, if you see a little bit of it along the way, give you a better idea on how important it is to pin everything up with as many marks as you can.
He gets a spare, but he lost the frame.
But he lost the
Mark
frame,
got
so
it right.
gives Mark 5 frames now, so Mark needs to prevail in pinfall or...
Yeah, so even if he wants to make 2 frames, he doesn't. It's missing. Not too bad, I'm not.
That's about not much.
Pretty much has to have a spare and doesn't
get it. So it's a 28 count, so that gives him 165 from the 8th and flat. And 15. So it's 180 in the 9th and flat.
Well, I don't want to make Mark the Al Gore of bowling, but I'm going to declare him a winner.
He just needs a mark here, and he can carry the match. Mark needs a mark. He's still got one ball here to get another mark, or he can carry the frame off into the 10th.
Well, but he's already trashing Bill score-wise, so... Oh, there's a kick.
67. It's actually quite close in score. Bill's 165 in the 8th and Mark's 167. And he only scored 10. 177. So Bill has actually taken the lead in pinfall, but he still needs to win the 10th frame. So Bill's 180, Mark's 177, and Mark's got 5 frames though. So Mark needs to either win or tie this frame to win, but if Bill wins the frame outright and prevails in pinfall, he could be the one that advances to the semifinals.
Well, there you go, and that's just how crazy bowling is.
It comes down to the 10th frame. Mark's got one more ball. And that gives Mark a total of... Gives him 192 for pinfall, and Bill's 180. So
it could come down to the last pin again.
Bill still needs a mark to win the frame because he's only got 4 frames. Mark has 5 frames.
I can barely see it. Oh, there's 13.
Bill's up the corner. No, he's still, if he spares it up, he'll have won the frame.
Oh, sure, because he's got a tie.
And he'll have pinfall.
He's got a tie, thus forcing pinfall to count. Oh, yeah. I'm learning so much.
Oh, it's
like a whole new world of bowling is opening up to me.
This match has gone right down to the 10th frame after Mark took an early lead. It's been a good match.
Bam! So
it's okay if he gets if he gets his pin. Yeah, if he gets his pin, he wins in pinfall, but he does lose the match because it'll be a tie match.
There you go. Once again, going down to the very last pin. I'm telling you.
So that was a really exciting match. It went right down to the last frame. Bill Latham won. 195 at 4.5 frames. But Mark Scott with 192, but Mark managed to win 5.5 frames that time. So we've got another 4.5, 5.5 split.
So he wins by
half
a frame.
Half a frame.
Hard to believe you people are getting this for free on Cogeco. Anyway, that's our second match. We'll come back with our next match. And you're watching the Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Cogeco.
Here at the War Amps, we return thousands of keys.
Not just car keys. Keys of every size, every description. Whoa!
Because they came to us with a War Amps key tag.
If you don't have a key tag, you never know where your keys will end up.
Our key tag service can often return your keys by courier.
Sometimes in the same day.
The War Amps Key Return Service, securing your peace of mind.
Buy, sell, and trade. Don't throw that stuff away. Sell it the cable way. Buy, sell, and trade. Only on Cogeco 13. Keeping you turned on.
And we're back at the Delaney Bowling Alley. It's the 7th annual Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Cogeco. Duncan Garrah, my co-host, and providing some remarkable play-by-play.
Isn't it just wonderful?
Yes, and of course I'm here for some reason. I wasn't going to do it this year, and then I remembered 2 years ago I got a free bottle of water. So
You
I
could
said,
get
hey,
something like that.
game on.
Yeah.
What do we got coming up, Duncan?
We got our third match and the second ladies match of the day, and it's with Heather Lemeau and Tina Garrah. And it should be a good match. Heather's lots of experience, Tina's got lots of enthusiasm, and Heather's up first. We'll see what goes.
And by the way, Tina is Duncan's wife, so we're looking for a crooked match completely, I expect.
And
No.
Tina's got a strike, and Heather's got
Yeah, and no. Heather's been disqualified for not getting up there in time. Heather, you're up. And as usual, we'll turn it over to the bowlers.
It could be a little delay.
We'll wish them good luck.
Throw her off or something.
Tina really is one of the nicest people I've ever met, which is proof that opposites
You don't get
attract.
out much.
Well, no.
That's
And here's our...
off.
That's your job. Look at that.
Absolutely right. That's just the opening that Tina was waiting for, and she'll be on her really soon.
And there's the spare.
Good spare from Heather. Heather off to a good start, and Tina's going to roll her first frame now.
Meanwhile, Duncan working the voodoo doll here, trying to make bad things happen.
Yeah, did you remember to bring the pins this time?
Yeah, we're covered.
We need those.
Got a little glue over there for her to walk through.
Set that sprayer up so that you can get the water on the glass.
Sure.
It's off. There's ball.
Look at that.
And it's
Nice
straight.
job. Now, be honest.
Yeah, that's great.
You don't have a steel spike that keeps the pins up, but you do have a button that knocks them all down.
No, just my brother with a stick.
Mitch is back there.
The black stick on there.
Remember the good old days of pin boys?
No, it's not that long ago here.
Yeah. It used to be fun to wing of them, eh?
There'd be a lot of them with stories and bruises.
I remember my favorite pin boy, Stumpy.
Stumpy the pinball. Stumpy's a one-legged pinball.
Yeah.
He used to play here too. So it's frame one to Tina. Heather up with a spare, and Tina's going to roll her second ball.
Interestingly enough. Oh. So a good score, nice pin count on her strike.
Yeah,
But,
she's got 25 in her first frame.
leaves the door open in round 2 for Heather to come back.
Heather's very capable of playing. She's played for over 20 years.
Long while.
35 years experience. Has rolled a 401 game and an 897 triple. And 10 for Tina that time.
Look at the ladies' fair versus the men in terms of bowling.
Most of the time, the scores are quite comparable. It's the game doesn't really favor either gender. As today, we'll attest the high game so far today. It's been 200 by Diane Battams.
Right.
And there's been two very good bowlers in the men's game. round, and they both kind of rode as close to 200, but not over.
That's one of the other great things about bowling is you're actually encouraged to smoke, aren't you?
It leaves lots of time for any activity that you like to partake, whether it be feasting at the snack bar.
Sure, of course.
Partaking of adult beverages.
Right. Or just chain smoking some Chester Shields.
Also another.
I must say you're a good sport, Doug.
I do my best. Okay, so we've got one frame each. And Heather up in frame 3.
Oh yeah, well that didn't quite do it, did it?
Leg corner for Heather.
What happens there? Why? Let's go to the telestrator, and Duncan's going to show us exactly why that wasn't a strike. Oh, that's right.
I think the ball broke a little bit early and went into the pocket properly, but the pin just rolled around it.
Short answer, it didn't fall down. Thank you, Duncan, for that insight.
There we go. And Heather just missed her spare, so she's another open frame for Tina, and Tina needs to get a mark to carry the frame.
Let's go, Tina.
13 for Heather.
And Duncan, you were saying, when were you and Tina married? What is your exact anniversary? And Tina will be watching this.
Tina
on
always
tape
watches
delay.
this, and you never forget. And Heather has 46 points through 3 frames, and
Duncan apparently showing a gift for politics.
frame
in your
apiece, and Tina up in her 3rd frame.
Yeah.
My wife and I, we are just about another wedge.
Nice shot.
And it's another strike for Tina. She's in the lead, 2 frames to 1, and moving right along. Tina qualified for the provincial championships this year as an alternate and went on to Hamilton and had a good experience there. Enjoys playing the game, rolls twice a week. Also works at the bowling alley, imagine that, and
Yeah, it's got 2 strikes in a row. Now here's the thing, Tina's like living the bowler's dream.
that's really good.
Am I right or not? She goes to all the tournaments.
Goes to all the tournaments.
She bowls all the time.
As much as she
Works
likes,
at the bowling alley.
works at the bowling alley.
And married the owner of the
Is
bowling alley.
isn't that just what you'd like to do if you're a bowler?
Oh,
Not
absolutely.
you personally.
Well, no, nothing personal.
No.
You know,
I can understand it.
you are a handsome man, of course.
Thank you very much.
I mean, not in a let's go camping kind of way, but just, you know. Anything happening here?
We've got Heather going all over the place right now. She can't find her spot, and Tina's taking a commanding 3-1 lead in frame.
You guys will be eating at KFC tonight.
I can count the money now.
Nice finish. 15. Can use the pin total even if it doesn't win the point.
So Heather's 61 through 4, and Tina is up to 35 in the 2nd frame with a double going.
Hey, there's a strike.
Heather rolled a strike.
Somebody found her spot. Now, can she maintain it?
And that's a good throw to Tina. Now Tina has to roll a strike to carry the frame over.
That's pressure, baby.
Otherwise, it would be 3-2. But she needs to get counted.
Would also give her 3 strikes in a row.
And in this game, that's called a turkey.
Hey, is that right?
That's a full
Oh, Duncan letting us in on all the bowling secrets. And
off the top. So 35. So Tina's 70.
nice point
third.
total. She's up by 24 points.
So 24 points in the 3rd frame and still shooting for a spare here.
And that looks like a spare. Ah,
No. So that's 3-2. Just over 20 points in the 5th frame.
Duncan just giving Mitch the sign. Let's get those pins falling
I'm
down.
going to stick that there, kid.
Yeah. As a little brother, he's not giving it right.
He's,
It's all right.
he's a good kid. He's a good kid. And Mitch actually does a lot of work in running the center and helping out and running a lot of these tournaments, especially this one.
Yeah, he's a very positive fellow.
Yes.
Always upbeat.
Always positive.
I think he's medicated, I'll be honest.
Heavily sedated.
Oh,
most
absolutely.
times.
Which is how I spent most of the 60s and 70s.
No one would ever know.
No, I know. I keep telling people it's a haircut, not a lifestyle choice. They don't buy it.
Tina's off way to the left this time. Tried to make an adjustment, but a little bit too much.
So she's going to need the spare.
She needs a spare to give Heather something to shoot at here. And keep her point to the left.
There it is.
Good spare.
Boom, chakalaka. By the way, I just wanted, even though they told me not to name names, I wanted to mention Bill and Carrie just because they keep denying to their children that they know me. So they're watching this. Yes, that's right. Your parents are friends.
Heather up in frame 6 now. It's better than a spare to carry the frame.
But that's not going to do it. Well, she can get a spare.
If she spares, she can carry the frame over. She doesn't. Tina goes up 4 to 2 and 7.
And that'd just be a tie, right?
It'll be close.
It's not like the skins game.
It would be close to a tie. 4 to 2 is close to a tie.
Oh, sorry, I just meant for that frame.
And that didn't happen either, though,
So, what's our score, though?
We've got a 4 to 2 match going.
And she...
Heather scored 10 in the 6th frame, gives her 96 in the 6th, and Tina's 105 through 5 frames with a spare up. So she's in the lead, but there's still 4 frames to go. It could go down to the end of the March match, but I'll wait and see.
Come on, you're just saying that so we don't lose our audience. The 8 people out there glued to the
Gotta stay tuned to Kojiko.
Who's going to, of course. Is there any other?
Proud sponsors of the Lemeau Bowl TV channel.
The Lemeau Bowl TV channel on Kojiko. That's how it gets to be on Kojiko, but they sponsor. And no spares. You just can't buy a mark.
Heather is
See, I know what you're
really
saying.
struggling.
Can't buy a mark. That's a bull.
Well, she could buy one. I don't know enough money.
If she had enough money, man.
Match with the stick, you know.
Yep. Oh yeah, let's be honest here. Mitch can be high.
And Heather's 106 in the 7th with an open frame to Tina, and if Tina gets more than 10, she'll have her 5 frames that she needs. And a pretty fairly even pinfall through 6 frames. Heather's been a master bowler for 17 years, and Masters Canada and premier 5-pin organizations in the province.
Is that right, eh?
Did
they do a Seinfeld episode about that or something?
I think it was more like on a Friends show.
Oh, okay, good.
It was close.
Sure.
And,
something on TV, probably on Kojiko, I saw.
It could have been a Kojiko on Friday nights.
So she got 13 on her spare. So Tina's got a nice score.
She got 133 in the 6th. And she got 13s already, so she's actually won the 5th frame, or won the 7th frame.
So what is it? What's our score down?
So Tina's 133 in the 6th, and Heather is 96 in the 6th, and Tina's in the lead 5 frames to 2. So Tina's 146 in the 7th, to Heather's 106 in the 7th.
The juggernaut that is Tina Garrah just rolling along.
She's in a good position to win this match, 6 frames.
And if she gets a strike in one of the last 3 frames, it's over.
She can make it really tough on Heather.
It's over, Johnny.
We wouldn't say that. Heather's got lots of potential.
Yeah, but you're just a shill for the advertising
I
executive.
do what I can.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they appreciate it.
I do what I can. Heather loves the sport. She's played it for over 35 years. And she comes from Brockville every week to work with the YBC organization here. And we've got 100 kids that come out every Saturday morning and play the game.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I mean, I joke a lot, and because it's such an easy turnout, of course. But
That's right.
bowling is a lot of fun. And
It is.
I bowled when I was a kid. I was convener of our league and stuff like that.
Right.
Church Athletic League in Kingston.
Right.
Bowling at the old Brock Bowling Alley. Nice. Tina finishes with that.
That was on Brock Street, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they didn't spend a lot of time on the name. But it was a good old bowling alley.
That was a nice place to play. Things have changed in the 12 years that place has been closed. I think
Yeah.
closed in 91. And Both have moved into bigger, more modern facilities.
Oh man, she actually moved
Just had ace.
the counter pin. It's not a counter pin anymore.
No, we made the game a little bit less frustrating to play by eliminating the counter pin. We use what's called the Western count now, where the head pin is worth 5. The 2 pins next to it are worth 3 apiece, and 2 points for the players, and there's no counter pin.
So she's actually lost the game. We don't want to say that too loud.
She needs to get this other corner pin to carry the frame across, or Tina wins outright 6 frames out of the first 8.
But if you award the time.
There we go. So we have a carryover frame.
Don't believe him, people at home. Do not believe Thomas. The match is over. Tina has won. That was a good one.
You know, it was a good match. Good match so far.
Then get better at the end here.
So Heather
Don't believe me, people. I don't know squat about all.
So now we have a 2-frame carryover, which Tina needs to roll a strike to make it a carryover. Or else it's 5-4 in Tina's favor, but still the 10th to play.
And that was 5-3.
If Tina,
5.5 to 3.5.
Oh, no. We have a carryover if they're tied. Unless it's
Well,
10th.
see now, you keep changing the rules in the middle of the game.
Only in my favor. Only when it's in my favor. So now we have a 5-4 match.
So it is like this game.
Could be.
So there you have it, folks. Duncan is a liar.
Just when you think we have
Nice
an
spare,
answer,
though.
answer the question. Here we go. That's a spare for Tina. And we have Tina in the lead by 40 pins. So even if she loses this frame, she could still win in total pinfall.
Quite frankly, I can't handle the suspense. You can probably tell from my voice.
2 matches in a row.
On the
At
edge
the
of
end of
my
the
seat.
10th frame.
Yeah. Let me call my therapist in a
Just
minute.
the way we see it. There has to be.
Oh, nasty little head.
Head pin for Tina. Now this gives Heather a good opportunity.
If she strikes out, she'd have a 166 in the ninth, which would still make her 15 pins behind. She'll get striking.
She needs to fill the 10th frame really well. Tina's not making it very easy for her.
No, she can use the pin total.
Tina's over 190 now. And that'll force Heather to throw at least a double in the 10th, I think, in one match. But every pin's important here. And she goes.
Pretty good. That's a nice total. 195.
193. 193 for Tina. And
Really, the women are like kicking the men's butts. Or what?
5 frames right now for Tina. Heather needs more than 12 to win the frame. And she's still got to overcome the pinfall now.
Oh man, there's 2 strikes in a row. Suddenly, Heather comes alive.
So Heather has 5 frames.
Yeah. Because of your sketchy scoring, she does.
She still needs a good finish here.
That's not good.
156. Heather,
She needs 7.
no, best she can get is 186, so Tina will advance.
Tina advances.
And Heather needed double. Heather needed the double.
The double, yeah. You are correct, sir. Then she would have needed a set back. Still a nice performance from Heather.
So 181 for Heather. 5 frames apiece.
That's it.
And Tina wins by virtue of pinfall.
Well, that's right.
193 to 181.
So it ended up, in the pin format, it ended up being tied 5-5. But Tina won on high score, 193 to 181. And what a shock, with the same sort of credibility that the French figure skating judge had. Duncan's wife wins this round. But the truth of the matter is, she won it fair and square. Duncan's a good sport. And even though Mitch was nowhere to be seen controlling the pins at the back, it's a great match. We've got the Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Cogeco, and we'll be right back for our next match. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
On Cogeco.
I'm letting Jerry do the grocery shopping. Of course I trust him. Making healthy choices for you and your family can be challenging. That's why the Heart and Stroke Foundation created the Health Check program. The Health Check symbol tells you a product meets nutrition guidelines for healthy eating.
You know, Lucy, I'm sure he'll be just fine. I mean, it's not that difficult to make healthy choices.
Health Check tells you it's a healthy choice.
Alive and Kicking, the program about Taekwondo, self-defense and the inner self. Alive and Kicking, only on Kojiko 13, keeping you turned on.
And we're back at the Delaney Bowling Alley in beautiful downtown Gananoque. It's the 7th annual Delaney Bowling Challenge on Kojiko TV Challenge, I should say. And with me, my name is Paul Peterson. With me, of course, the always lovely Duncan Garrah, who's changed his shirt 4 times, but every time put on the same shirt. Duncan, what's coming up?
We've got our last preliminary match, the men's match, and we've got Will Rollison and Bruce Burt, the winner, to advance to play Mark Scott in the finals.
Beautiful.
And the results of the last game were Tina and Garrah and Heather Lemeau went right down to the 10th frame. Tina prevailed, and she'll be taking on Diane Battams in the finals.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'll be close.
But I guess, as always, regrettably, we have to turn it over to the Bulls.
And you and I are playing after this for just an exhibition type grudge match.
Sure, that's good.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, there's a near strike. Kind of like near meat. Spam.
We'll manage to leave a left corner on that shot. So we can pick it up for his first frame. Good shot.
What would be what we call a power bowler?
He likes to throw it hard, and it's generally in the neighborhood of 43, 44 kilometers an hour.
You're not talking metaphorically, are you?
Oh, no.
Okay, good. Just wanted to clear that up for the boys and girls listening at home.
And that's Bruce Burt for his first frame. Bruce, bit of an accuracy player. He plays on Monday night also in the men's league.
And he's lost the first round.
He's had been in the first frame, so he's 1 frame behind. And he's had a total of 15.
Let's talk bowling fashion just for a minute. Most people own their own shoes.
It's more common that the better bowlers will purchase their own shoes. It saves them some money in the long run if they play more than once a week and they get more comfortable. Just a better feel.
Well, yeah. And having seen some of the feet on some of your bowlers, you probably
it's amazing.
don't want to go where, to bravely go where several people have gone before. And what about having your own ball is not really that common.
It's becoming more common. Anything that you can do to help your game along, whether it's a confidence factor or you try to do everything the same every time you're up, you're more than likely going to score a little better when you play the game. But the house balls, most bowlers play with those.
Again, you're not talking metaphorically.
No.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Yeah, it hurts.
Boy, this guy is just winging them.
Wells likes to get out to an early lead. He's won the first 2 frames, and he seems to be right on his mark right now.
Now, Duncan, you were mentioning we have an extensive bio on Will, or at least 5 sentences.
That's right.
But yet we have nothing on Bruce, and you were suggesting that you think he may be in the witness protection program.
Yeah, it's very possible. We don't want to put his face across the TV screen too much, but he wouldn't pay the money, so he's out there.
So there are any members of organized crime watching. Do you know this man? And would you like him killed?
And looks like Will was out to do that, but he's slid by right now, so he's got 2 frames and an open frame going back to Bruce.
Is that the problem with sort of that power bowling style? When you miss by a mile.
It's feast or famine.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing. And Bruce needs to get a mark to carry this frame.
Spare would do it though, right?
Spare would be enough. And it's Will with 50 and Bruce with 23.
There's a spare. Bruce makes a comeback, and you were mentioning earlier, or maybe you weren't, Bruce and Will be appearing in the new cheesecake calendar of the Men of Bowling.
We were thinking of putting one of those together, but I can't be on every page.
Right.
My wife just won't let me.
No, I can see that would be problematic.
But we thought about getting you for the cover, and that would
Well,
really
they're
boost
just
sales.
because they're just big enough to accommodate.
So Bruce is 43 through 3 frames. And Will's got 65.
Oh, nice time spread.
Yes, almost.
As we have been heard to comment, wholly almost Batman. And the pins are on strike, apparently.
Pins wanted to go, but didn't quite get there. Moved all the way over, and he needs to carry this for 15.
Which I would say no.
No, 13.
Yes, but then again,
So Will needs anything better than 15 to carry this frame and give him a 3-1 lead. I think he's likely going to try to throw it a little harder this time because he didn't knock it down last time.
he didn't break them.
Didn't break anything. Well, he threw it very hard. He got 13, but he's got 2 balls left to him. So,
How do you bowl?
usually with my right hand, one or 2 or 3 nights a week.
No gum though, right?
No, only on the other team's shoes.
But no, do you straight ahead bowler? Oh, he gets the
Oh,
spare.
he makes this spare, so Will's got the lead 3-1 right now.
You straight up the alley, do you curve, do you power, do you...
Oh, I'm more of a finesse bowler, I guess.
In other words, not very good.
I had to curve it. Well, not up there. I'm over here with you, but Will just managed to roll another strike with his dainty shot. He is quite dainty, isn't he?
Yep. Anybody can throw a ball that hard, I'm not saying anything bad about it.
Bruce
Come
is
over
first.
and punch it.
So we got our first carryover of this match with strikes in the 5th frame. Double. Bruce has come to bowl.
That would be good since it's in a bowling alley.
He needs the money maybe to pay off the snitches or
Could be,
whatever it is.
Or even just come and see a movie at the Boulevard Cinema, right?
He could do that.
I love that shameless self-promotion. I'm watching your scroll on the computer here. I'm thinking, hey, we should have sold space on my t-shirt.
He could do that.
There's another one.
We've got a 2-frame carryover going now.
So, and it is, finally, Duncan has let me in on the secret world of bowling. If they tie, it carries over to the next frame.
Except in the 10th frame, then it goes to the pinball. That's what.
Once again, they changed it. I dismissed that.
So Will is 130 in the 5th frame. In a 2-frame carryover. If Will wins this, that will give him 6 frames.
There's the spare.
So Bruce, in actuality, needs to win this frame or it's all over for him.
And there's the
There
strike.
it is. Strike.
So that's it. All of a sudden, he's up 4-2.
He's up
4-3, sorry.
4-3.
So easy for you when you know the language.
And he's moving on pinfall too. It's 140 to 101, and Bruce with another
There it is.
good shot. 4 in a row for Bruce.
He's on fire.
I think our high game of the day is going to fall this game. We've
What's
got
that?
160 and 146 in the 6th, respectively.
And there's 13.
And that gives Bruce the 5th frame he needed in the 8th.
So that's, well, Bruce can't lose. The worst he can do is a tie now, right?
He can tie in frames, and then it'll come down to pinfall, and that's the only hope that Will has got right now. He's got a slim lead in pinfall, but Bruce is on four-bagger.
Four-bagger, another bowling term.
Another bowling term. Throw that one at you.
We need a whole glossary again. I love when you speak.
Now, Will's got to get a mark. Here's another bowling term. In the foundation ninth, he needs a strike just to keep this on.
And there it is.
And he's got it in there.
Now, break that down for us. In the foundation ninth.
Foundation.
Can you just make that term up so you guys just feel all elite?
Just have that ability in mind.
Hey, look at the big brain on Duncan. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We have a technical glitch. Mitch will now belly surf up the lane, crawling on his back, going, I'm a worm, I'm a worm.
Just need to reset on lane number 5.
Well, this would be a great opportunity to mention what, Duncan? Where is the bowling alley located?
Our bowling alley is located in downtown Garrah. Just around the corner from the Boulevard Cinema.
Like I said, they're going to come flocking now.
And Bruce on a four-bagger. Needs this frame to carry it over.
And there it is. Man, this guy's
for Bruce.
So we do have another carryover.
And Bruce has just taken the lead in pinfall. Back in the 7th frame. Bruce 191.
And there it is.
6-0 for Bruce.
Holy snapping, Margaret. This guy's hot.
236 in the 8th for Bruce on a double.
And what's exciting for me is watching Duncan do the math. Oh.
Bruce, if he spares us, will have 301.
No. 296.
296 is a great game.
Great score.
Great score.
Great score.
So, Will needs to throw more than... Will really needs to throw a double plus to win the 5 frames and take pinfall, because right now it's Bruce's match.
Or just slip Mitch $20. That'll do. You gotta like his...
Will's on a double.
Yeah.
He's very reserved, fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Dainty.
Quietly understated.
Yes.
In a sort of Genghis Khan kind of way.
Now, Will needs to strike here and give him a 3-bagger.
Boom, chaka, not quite.
43 count in the 9th. Gives him 261.
Best he can do is
295, and he'll win the 5 frames, but Bruce will win by pinfall.
Yeah.
291,
Missed it.
228. 289 game. So we got a 296 to a 289 game, 5 frames apiece.
And say what you will, it once again came down to the last frame. This bowling's not bad.
Down to the last frame. It's,
it might stick.
This is just building to one of the most exciting finals that you could ever imagine anywhere.
We may have to raid Mitch's medication just to get through the last game, I'm telling you. Anyway, that's it. Our winner of that game was Bruce.
Bruce Britt.
He beat
the man from nowhere who managed to beat Will Rollison with 296 to 289, 5 frames apiece, and we'll be off to the finals in the next game.
That's right. When we come back, the women's final at the Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Cogeco. You're watching on Cogeco. Yeah. That's not even redundant.
No.
A website that will let me order more services.
Having access to my very own technology.
A website even I can navigate through.
Oh, click, 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 you're done. Doomed.
It's easy to get in touch with us 24/7. Just visit Cogeco.com. And right now, order any service online from Cogeco, and you could win a trip to Vegas. Cogeco, keeping you turned on.
Profiles. Celebrating 100 years of Pinkerton baseball. Profiles. only on Cogeco 13. Keeping you turned on.
And we are coming to you live from Gananoque, the Delaney Bowling Alley. It's the 7th annual Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Cogeco. And this, of course, Duncan, is the moment I think everyone's been waiting for. At least 4 of the studio audience that would like to leave. They're not allowed to go until it's over. It's the final of the women's pin. What are we calling it? The
women's pin scheme.
Yeah. And we're pretty excited. We've got who bowling?
And we've got Diane Battams, who will be starting this match, and Tina Garrah.
Your wife.
My wifey. Yes. And it should be a really good game.
Remind everyone at home, it's a pins format.
Pins game format, and both these, our last 3 matches actually have come down to be decided in the 10th frame. And our last match was a real knuckle-biter.
Sure.
Nail-biter. Knuckle-biter. Will
Rosberg.
A man from nowhere ends up winning with a 296 game. That's our high game of the day. But maybe
that was then.
Ladies can better.
That was then. This is now, and I believe Diane's up.
And Diane's ready to go.
This is sort of the natural, seamless cue that we throw over to the bowlers. It's all yours. Take it away. They shake hands, but they don't mean that.
They're swinging at each other.
Same money in the finals?
No, the finals are going for $10.
Oh.
Double the money. Double the pleasure.
Nice. And is there any sort of total prize at the end?
We're going to give them a secret bonus when they lose and a secret bonus when they win.
Yeah.
Extra cash.
I know all about those secret bonuses. I've gotten one every time I bought a car.
Goodness.
Well, Diane had not much yet. Spares is fair. So how quickly they can come back.
And Diane's strong. A good spare, and it'll be up to Tina to roll 2 frames and see what she can do. Better her last game score of 193 on the end.
Yeah, you were showing me you've computerized all the lanes. It's pretty spiffy, nifty graphics and things. You can play pawn, and you can record the speed of the ball.
It's there's a ball speed indicator on every lane, so that you can see.
And there's the strike for Tina.
Rolling the ball too fast or too slow. If you score better when you roll it fast, if you score better when you roll it slow. Like in our last match, we're looking at Will Rollison's speed, and it's in the neighborhood of 42 kilometers an hour, which likely gets you a ticket in some
absolutely
slow enough spaces.
Now, when the seniors bowl, do they roll about 10K an hour, and do they keep their left turn signal on through the whole game, or how do they?
Most of the time, it's like that.
I thought so. 2 strikes in a row for Tina. We're coming up with Cogeco's version of Win Duncan Garrah's money. And I, by the way, have always been a big fan of the term robbing Peter to pay Paul.
And it happens here.
But that's kind of what's happening here, right? You're putting the money up to the winners, and you may get it back.
You can never tell what happens. I'll get it back one way or another, I guess. And that's 2 frames right off the bat to Tina.
Solid.
And Diane getting warmed up, and I'm sure she'll make her mark in this game, too.
Yeah, but it won't be in this frame, will it?
Bridge schemes at this frame, but she's a competitor. She's had a 380
sounds like
game
that sounds like a
history.
cliche that you use when people aren't doing very well. Oh, nothing. But I digress.
So 2 frames to Tina with a pair of strikes, and Diane up in the 3rd frame. The ball's out on lane waiting for the pins, and with the strike to Diane.
So you can kiss that $10 goodbye, probably.
Well, Tina needs a strike to carry it over. Would give her a
3 in a row.
Turkey.
A turkey. That's right. Sorry,
3-bagger.
I should have done my. Is that why they call her a turkey? Because it's a 3-bagger.
And here we go. Tina lining up the pins. Ball's on the way down there, and she's
looking good.
Balanced
Oh yeah.
Carried the 3rd.
How about that?
3 in a row. So we got our first carry over the match, and then both the girls have rolled strikes.
So Tina's got 45 in the opening frame. That's a good score.
That's a good start.
Have you ever bowled a perfect game?
Just a couple, but we won't count them.
Show up. How about Tina? Has she?
No, she's had a couple of good games. Her high game has been 320, which is still a good game. And she's just left a corner pin on a good solid hit, so she's got a really good score, 88 through the first 2 frames. And she needs to make this spare, though, to make Diane...
The thing's still wiggling.
We're into the Battams off special for this game.
Yeah, fiendishly clever. Too bad. Just didn't want to curve over at the end there.
So she's 116 through 3 frames, but if Diane gets a mark, or if she betters Tina's score this frame, it'll be a tie game. 2 frames apiece.
And there it is. Good shot, just to make sure.
So Diane needs to make a spare to tie this match up. 2 frames apiece.
Right. You are absolutely correct. He said in wondered amazement. That's a good looking ball. And strike away.
So we've got 2 frames apiece and Diane on a double. And she'll hold one at Tina this time to see what Tina has to match.
Just the ever-shifting balance of power that is bowling.
If things hold true to form, this match will go down to the 10th frame, the same as the others had it.
No, she's a little off on that one. Too much, and the game goes to the Breskies. Little fireside theater for those of you at home who remember. No. And that, I believe, is what we call a tank job. I better be nice, because the boys may watch this later.
She didn't want to roll the ball.
Well, she's certainly opened the door for Tina, hasn't she, Doctor?
Tina has the opportunity to win her 3rd frame of the match in the 5th. And we'll see what happens here.
What about distractions? I know in golf all the announcers have to talk in sort of hushed, reverential terms.
I've been waving my hands pretty steady here, and they haven't noticed too much. At least nobody's come over and slapped me yet, so I guess it's okay.
Okay, well, good. So we can be making noise and wigging stuff. Excellent. Excellent. And that looks good.
Another strike for Tina.
Tina's back.
She's just doing very well with today.
She's got a smoking good score here.
She's been looking forward to this event. It's one of the highlights of her season. Is qualifying for the Lemeau TV Challenge here in Portugal.
That's kind of sad, isn't it? No, it's
she doesn't get out much either.
Well, no, apparently not. She bowls. She works in the bowling alley, and then she goes home.
She goes home.
You guys have a room in the back? Oh, that's ugly.
Aces in the 6th frame for Tina.
Jump up and down. Now, be honest. Have you ever made that spare?
Only a couple of times, but I'm not out there.
Learn a new song. Only a couple of times.
This shot can be made. If you make this shot during moonlight bowling here at Lemeau Bowl, you can win $50, but you haven't paid that one out this year.
If you can make that shot anytime, you should just give them the pink slip to the bowling alley. Come on.
It's not the easiest shot in the book, but it has been done.
Mitch ever done it?
I think Mitch has done it. The last time it was made here was just before Christmas. 13 for Tina.
Well, that I'd like to see.
It is a nice shot to see. You've got to be lucky. There's no doubt about it.
What if a guy like me weighing about as much as a Volkswagen were to jump up and down a lot? Could that topple the pins? Like other TV.
It's not like the TV commercial with the matches. No, I don't think that.
Alright, strike.
Diane's still fighting back here. It's 3-3 in the 6th frame. Tina with a substantial lead in pinfall. 170 through 6, and Diane's 95 with a strike up. Good match going on.
No, just couldn't knock that last one down. Now that one you can see, they all just kind of angled.
Light hit just managed to carry 4 of the 5 pins.
Quick bowling fact, how much does the ball weigh?
The ball weighs between 3
Sorry, there's no time. No what?
Not quite 4 pins.
How about the pin?
Pin doesn't weigh as much as ball.
Thanks for that insight.
It's 60. feet from the foul line to the head pin.
Okay.
A little bit further to the back.
How far to the bar?
How far to the bar? Up the stairs, around the corner, and if you can get service, you're all set.
So Diane has a spare, so Tina's going to have to get a mark to at least carry over.
And we're running at, in the 7th frame, it's 3-3, and a spare needed to carry this frame.
There's the strike, so she wins.
So the strike takes it 4-3. Tina's going at a good rate here. She's 170 through 6 with a strike up. But Diane's been fighting back the whole game, and I expect to see that straight through to the 10th frame.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Diane has had a 380 game and is averaging over 190 this season. And it's her first year back in a couple of years. And a head pin split for Tina. She's having a lot of trouble on that.
It's that lane.
Lane number 5. The last 3 frames on that lane, she's been open.
Apparently Mitch can't get over there quick enough with the problem.
Away from the walk. He's only close.
Yeah. Not a spry thing, Mitch.
And he's beginning to show his age.
Sure.
As we all are. Oh, and it's a close shot. So it's a 28 count on her strike, which gives her 198 through 7 frames.
So score-wise, she's kicking butt.
Score-wise, she's up about 73 points. But score only counts if they're tied at the end, and that could happen. 2-13 in the 8th, and Diane needs more than 15 to make this a 4-4 match. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough finish for Diane.
No, that's not going to do it.
Not going to get a strike. She gives her 20 count on her spare, too, and she's behind in pinfall, so she needs all she can get.
That looks good. Yep.
Spare for Diane, so she's got her 4th frame. 4-4 after 8. Diane 145 with a spare in the 8th, and Tina sitting with 213 in the 8th.
How fiendishly clever, it's just as Duncan predicted.
Could go right down to the 10th frame. It's almost as if it were staged. It's not like the WWF, I'm afraid. We don't know who the winners are.
Well, why not?
We don't have the salary base. We just can't manage.
I see. It's not like Vince is making any money.
No, poor man. He's at death's door most of the time.
I wish I had the option of, like, in my spare time, starting a professional football league. Like, I'm sitting around. Nowadays, when I'm sitting around bored, I just come up with things like, well, maybe I could, I don't know, build something on my house. No, he starts a football league. This may be some way of figuring out you have too much money.
You could be.
Right.
Could be right. Okay, so we're in the 9th frame here. It's 4-4. Diane has 13. Tina needs a spare. Even a 15 count. We'll give her her 5th frame.
Strike spare 15. Get them all, Tina, that's all.
15. Balls out on the lane with her.
And there it is.
Another strike for Tina. Well, Tina seems to be all or nothing. She gets a strike or she gets an open frame. She's got her 5 frames. Her total score right now is 223 with her throwing the ball. Diane can finish with 231 if she gets them all.
Using that as an allegory for life, would you say she got a strike or an open frame when she married you?
In my opinion, of course, I'd have to say.
Or really, a turkey. 3 strikes in a row.
I've been called many things by many people.
I, of course, meant it in a good way. Anyway, while I was yammering, Tina got another strike.
Tina's on a double in the 10th. She's going for that high game of the day of 296 by Bruce. If she strikes out, she can end up with a 303.
Yep.
35.
Still a pretty smoking good score.
248 in the 9th frame, and Tina has prevailed, winning 5 frames in with a score in the neighborhood of 270.
Sweet.
278 for Tina.
So let's just go down to the last frame. They went down to the penultimate frame, and we're all pretty excited about that.
Diane can still win this frame and make it 5-5, but she needs to throw 2 strikes. She needs better than 30 points for pinfall in this frame to win the frame. Otherwise, Tina will win 6 frames.
And that's not going to do it.
She could still tie this frame, and then Tina would only win 5.5 frames.
You're just sweating at $10. Be honest.
Money's money. Money's money.
Oh.
Good chunk for Diane.
Yeah, you can get that large coleslaw.
Greasy chicken.
A Homer Simpson moment brought to you by the Delaney Bowl. And there's our winner. We have Tina Garrah, who maintains the family tradition of graft and dishonest scoring. Remember the motto down here at the Delaney Bowl: if you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's not true. She went fair and square. She had a great score. 278 was Tina Garrah's final score. And you don't get that by being helped out by the owner's brother.
278 to 169, 6 frames to 4 in that match, and that's our most lopsided victory of the day. So every match has been close, and we expect to see the same type of competition in the men's match next one coming up.
And some could even argue that Diane got 196, but that's not important because we're living on the planet Bizarro.
And we're on the edge all the time.
That's right. Anyway, that's it. We'll be back with another match, the final of the men's, here at the Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Cogeco. 7th annual, by the way. All the time.
Hi, I'm Tom Breen, the host of Public Eye, a live and interactive program about the issues and ideas affecting Kingston. Each week, we assemble a panel of local experts to talk about anything from pop culture to social issues, and we give you a chance to phone in and express your point of view. So watch Public Eye on Cogeco 13.
And here we are live at the Delaney Bowl, I think it's called, here in beautiful downtown Gananoque. And it's our last round, the men's championship. It's a grudge match.
Grudge match, Mark.
And of course, it's going to be Bruce and Mark. Tell us about these guys.
Well, they've been here for quite a while, almost 2 hours today, and they've just been looking forward to playing each other in the final match. We've got the ladies decided with Tina Garrah as the ladies champion this year.
Yeah.
And now we'll decide the men's side with Mark Scott and Bruce Berg playing for the all the marbles.
Duncan's run out of words. Marbles. It's the pins format, $10 per frame, winner take all. Guys, are you ready? I do believe Mark's going to go first, and here it is. They shake hands. They don't mean it. It's the most disingenuous ceremony I've personally witnessed in all my years, Duncan.
You could see the scowl on their face. They were just ready to
Well, we
kill
hope
each other. They're just going to kill each other in this game.
And, well, there you go.
He's just egging him on here. He knows Bruce is just anxious to throw a strike, so he's taking his time trying to throw him off his game.
So they're getting in each other's heads, only to examine and observe the vast emptiness that is the average bowler's head.
But these guys are well above average, so it's
are they?
Oh, yeah.
That's a sad commentary. Just a sad thing. Well, he's off. But he had a slow start his last game anyway.
Bruce just toying with Mark now. Mark thinks he's got this match well in hand because he's got a spare and maybe win the first match or first frame.
No.
And
Bruce down one.
Mark manages to get the early frame in. And
there it is.
Bruce rolled the high game of the tournament today with a 296 in his first outing. And we're looking for more of the same.
Tina gave him a run for his money, 278.
Tina was close. Tina had a good game herself.
Bruce around the mark, but just not quite nailing it.
The mark's back here. Bruce is at the mixed up.
But we have a rim shot sound effect.
And there we go.
Nope.
No.
Sort of like a mirror image of what happened on the other lane, except it was completely different.
Bruce starting with a pair of open frames, and Mark can't wait to take advantage of this opportunity here.
But again, we would caution people not to jump to conclusions. Bruce had a slow start against MPH, as we call him, Phil.
And just to let people at home know, don't try this at home. These are trained professionals out there.
I'd like to see some kid just pick a ball up and swing it up the living room. That'd be fun. Be encouraged, that kid.
That's a strike for Bruce, or for Mark, I should say, and he's off to 2-frame lead.
This could be over before it starts.
He could be going for a quick kill, because Bruce, once he gets wound up, he rolled 5 in a row there the last game to take the match away from Will.
By the way,
he needs to get out there for a good lead.
For the rest of the game, I will be speaking only in sports cliches. Well, it's a game of inches. He's out there giving it 110%. You know, we tried our best, but today just wasn't our day. It looks like he just ran out of time, but he gets a spare.
But it's not enough to win the frame.
It's just not enough.
3 up for Mark, and Bruce still looking for his first win here.
So he's down 3-zip.
He's down 3 now. But the sun was in his eyes the last time. You can see him just fanning it away, but we'll see what he can do here.
A lesser man would be crushed by the task at hand, but of course, a paid informant of the Garbisi family, he's looked death in the eye and walked away and giggled.
More than once.
Of course. Maybe the absence of a bio for Bruce may just indicate that he's worried about the bowling stalkers that may follow him after his appearance on it.
It's terrible when you're mobbed by those autograph hands.
Yeah. You've done a good job of controlling the bowling groupies today.
We've kept the crowds back, and it's got to pay credit to our great security
provided
staff.
by Mitch, who's also cooking, cleaning, and resetting the pins.
And Mitch and his stick have done a great job. And
you are talking metaphorically there, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course.
Mark needs a spare to carry this frame over. Bruce will have his first.
There it is. How about the drama now, folks?
Mark's 95 through 3 frames here. To Bruce's 40.
You wouldn't call it a lackluster match, because that would insult the word lackluster. It's just not there.
Not quite up to the tension of the last 2 matches. Another spare for Mark. He's bowling quite well. Bruce needs to roll a strike to win this match, or win this frame, and the 1-frame carryover.
Give him 2, right?
Give him 2, 3-2, and close it up for a spectacular finish.
Too bad. We'll say, yep, that's a head for him. So he's lost 5 in a row.
He's lost the first 5 frames, and that's the quickest 5. It's the only 5-frame run we've had this game.
So I think I'll just continue to do some Nickelback harmonies while you talk about the score.
I can talk about the score. And he's got 10. So Bruce is 70 through 5 frames and has yet to win a match, and Mark's got the first 5 frames all to himself.
And we've been joking actually a little bit about the money for this coming out of your pocket. The fact is, I believe one of your sponsors, Dairy Queen, kicked in a couple $100, right?
Yeah, Dairy Queen, a great supporter of our game, and they've come forward today and gave us some cash for prize money.
It's good to know that what I spend at the drive-thru in a week is being put to a good use.
It's good to see Dairy Queen help us out.
Well, that was fair for Bruce.
Fair for Bruce. You may get some of that Dairy Queen money here.
He's right. The problem is with those carryovers, if you miss one, that's it. You know, you lost 3 frames.
You need to win the carryovers. Mark here can cause another carryover right here.
Don't continue. So if he spares, we have yet another
carryover.
I mean, it's not that Bruce is bowling such a bad game. He's got, what, a 70 in the fifth?
70 in the fifth.
Yeah, I mean, that's below his average, right? His average.
But he finished well the last game.
Well, there, he got his first win.
His first win. Could be signs of things to come.
I want to get those things to come happening pretty quickly since they're in the sixth.
We've only got 4 frames left, but Bruce has already got his first one there. But Bruce was down 3-1 early in the last match. Not popular in
And Mark, by virtue of that open, has really left the door open for Bruce if he could put something together. He's got to strike.
He needs to fill these last 4 frames for sure. Mark's not going to lay down and let him win easily.
Looks like he might like to lay down.
He could be a little
tired.
He's strong on his ball.
It's not easy eating all those donuts between rounds.
He did all 3 donuts up there.
Donuts provided by?
Provided by?
Or did you have to buy them? Oh, forget it. And there's no plug there.
That's a spare from Mark. Bruce needs to throw a strike here to win this frame or it's all over.
And the score is 5-1.
The score is 5-1 right now. Bruce needs a strike.
Strike or a spare, just to at least keep the game going. And there's the strike.
Strike for Bruce. He's coming back.
Just like me in 1983, coming out of the coma.
Okay, so
and ready to mount a serious assault on reality.
6th frame, we've got 100 for Bruce and 145 for Mark.
Yeah.
Almost. Okay, so it's 5-2. And Bruce needs to make this spare to force Mark to get a mark.
Hey, there you go. There we go. Wow. The word Master Dunk rolls on.
I have at least 3.
And there it is. Nice shot.
There's a spare.
It's not an easy spare to make.
No, the coin pins are tricky. You've got to be quite accurate when you shoot at those.
You got the cross alley option, the straight up the gutter option.
Straight up the gutter works, except for gutter.
Well, that's your game. Mark just got a strike.
Managed to get a mark, but Mark got a strike. So Mark wins 6 frames.
We have a proliferation of marks.
Essentially is the winner of the match. Now they're just playing for dollars.
Yeah. Dollars provided by Dairy Queen. Yes, I know. We weren't supposed to mention names or business. I, of course, am thrilled that the company I own, Boulevard Cinemas, allowed me to come over here today.
We're glad to have
no one else is thrilled, but I am pleased as punch.
Very happy to have Paul Peterson from Boulevard Cinema right here.
Yes, when everyone else turned the job down, they turned to me. There is a worse job in broadcasting.
That you're working for.
I think it would be doing the color commentary at the whatchamacallit, St. Patrick's Day Parade.
I can't imagine doing the color commentary for the 10th of this.
That'd be ugly. You're doing the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and here's some more drunk guys. And here's some more drunk guys.
We got a carryover going on here.
And there's the village people float. We've got a full contact game going on in the booth. I can tell you that. I've learned 3 new words today.
2 still up. Here we go.
Mark, I think he's talking to you.
I thought I was talking to me. You turned his mic on.
Oh man, that was the best part of the show. Except, of course, for the terrific bowling.
Bruce is
at the Delaney Bowling Alley in beautiful downtown Vienna.
Bruce is in a natural slip here. He made the spare. If he throws a strike, he can force Mark to count more than 30 in the 10th frame to win the carryover. And it could end up 6-4, which isn't really that lopsided, even though the score would indicate something different.
Oh yeah, there was a bowling game going on here.
We've been keeping track of that one.
I'm glad one of us jumped onto this game.
190 game for Bruce. And carryover frame. Mark needs to get more than 20 and the 10th frame to win the 2-frame carryover.
Well, what do you think? Yeah, Battams?
Battams. Hey, I'll bet now.
Or are you like for a band center? I feel like singing.
I don't mind betting.
Oh, well, they just killed my mic. Go figure.
Oh.
So will there be an 8th annual, do you think?
I think we'll manage an 8th annual. Hope we'll have more sponsorship dollars available. There's a count 28 at least, so Mark wins the carryover, and he'll have 8 frames to 2 in the final match against Bruce Bird.
Well, that's reflected because there was a little bit of a stomping that he put on.
I think Mark is ready.
Bruce beat Garrah.
Mark also was the defending champion from last year, so
it's a 2-piece.
He's held his title.
Can you hardly imagine?
Yes, to hold his title for another season.
Well, here we are. That's it. Other than the ceremonial awarding of the $23 that they won.
50 cents.
Well, we don't have the total. I'm not sure exactly how much they won, but we do know that Mark won. And Tina won. They're our 2 champions at the 7th annual Delaney Bowl TV Challenge on Coach Co. Duncan, anything else you want to say?
Just thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned for the awards presentation.
And that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next year. Right here.
I'm letting Jerry do the grocery shopping. Of course I trust him.
Making healthy choices for you and your family can be challenging. That's why the Heart and Stroke Foundation